guys, I'm really excited to show y'all this build. I put a lot of hard work into it, pretty much 7, 8 hours today. I just spent it on, uh, just finding, testing out different passive, testing out different things to see if I can get past master rank, and which I did. Let me just talk to this guy. Now we're at Paragon rank 136. Man, I'm loving this build, guys. It does 100k plus. Maximum I saw was 400k. You're tanky. You're able to sit there and face tank, no problem. Except if you run into like this Aurora Knight, just be careful. Or some of the super elite in the world that you can't really kill. They have the super unstoppable tag on them. So just be careful, guys. All right. Anyways, let's move on to our skill. Alright guys, for our skill, still using the same thing. Alright, so Wings of Ishmael, you want speed, rage regeneration, critical chance, cooldown reduction, well, no cooldown, and stun, increased damage. For Juggernaut, you want rage, gyro rage when receive damage, inflict a portion of your weapon damage on enemies attacking the shield. You want an increased damage absorption, reduce damage received from projectiles, reduce rage costs, maximum absorption, increase shield absorption, and reduce cooldown. For shout, you want a grant buff to all resists per enemy hit by shout, and global health grows responding while this skill is active. Shout inflicts stun on enemies in a small area of effect. Restores stamina points when the skill is cast. Grants a temporary critical chance buff. Increase rage generation per enemy hit by the shout. For Warpath, you want increased movement speed. Inflicts stun on enemies at the end of the charge. Increase the cooldown of the skill. Charge the skill to channel for longer. Leaves damage areas effect on the ground behind you. Each one lasting for a few seconds. Grant rage when hitting enemies. Increase blotches while charging. For this skill, we're mainly using to charge around the map. So the first skill you should be looking for is charge the skill to channel for longer. Then for our damage skill, we want increased area effect, reduced rage cost, life leech for enemies when dealing damage with bleeding edge. Axe continues to spin after being drawn. The axe now follows you as you move. First, you want to grab. Axe continues to spin after being drawn, because that's the main passive in this skill to work. The rest you can pick whenever you want. And if you just start out like from level 1, I recommend you pick up Blaze Storm first and level it all the way up, then grab Bleeding Edge, and when you get to level 29 with it, then use Bleeding Edge. But first use Blaze Storm to get past the earlier level. Alright guys, we're gonna look at our passive points. Everything to toughness, guys. Like every single point you has put into toughness, because you still do more damage. You need more health to be able to survive those one hit, and you still get a lot of critical chance by utilizing the stats from your gears. All right, so I'll show you my block chance. It's still 100%. Okay, we go get all our block chance from the passive and gens. And for equipment, guy, all right, for the boots, same thing, guys. Just look for every single of the boost pants, chest, helmet, shoulders, gloves. You'll be looking for first, if you go for heavy, you need resistant most of all, and then what you want is rage, critical hit, or critical chance. I mean critical damage or critical chance. And then for your boot, same thing. You can pick between bruiser or heavy, but the only time that you will pick heavy over bruiser is when uh, they has a block chance like this pants right here, plus 3% added block chance and allow any weapon to block. Same thing with the helmet. Same thing with the chest, but the reason why we're not using heavy on chest just because one our passive give us more um, HP regen and more HP by using bruiser. For our gens guy, use block chance for all of them, the pants, the chest, and the helmet. And then for your belt, you want to use resource generation. So for your accessory, your belt, your ring, your two rings, and for your uh, necklace. For weapon, you want to use attack critical damage, and just all your damage gonna be coming from your two-hander. So trying to find a really good two-hander. Like each time you see a two-hander on the floor, just pick it up. Just to see if it's better than the other one, and you can get 3 slot on this two-hander. And the same thing with weapons. Just go for the highest damage weapon. You know, and if you get critical damage on it, it's great. But just always look for the total damage there. Always look for the highest. And for the gears guys again, it the gloves doesn't matter if you go bruiser or heavy, but what you want is most of all rage and willpower cost reduction, and then critical hit or critical damage. Okay, then raw damage. Perfect example here is on my glove. Material damage, rage and willpower cost reduction, and then if that attack speed was gonna be critical hit or critical damage, it would be perfect. Okay. So for your critical hit chance, the max. I mean, aim for 30% to 40%. If you get 30% to 40%, you're good. And for your physical resist and all that, if you get close to 70%, like 70 to 80%, you're good. If you get 80%, you're really good. Like they're not gonna do a lot. All right, guys. Here's our passive tree. So what you want to start off with is on the critical and weapon damage side. So you just head down here, grab this skill, grab this one, grab this one, grab this one, grab this one, go all the way down, all the way to selfless courage, then go all the way back to previous wall. Then you want to grab the health passive, and then you go all the way up to Kingdoms, Aegis, and then you want to grab the one to the left, which is block chance, and then now you're headed towards the right. Grab these useless skill, and then grab ominous practice here, and then go all the way up, and then go to the right, and then go down, and then go down, and then go up for block chance, and then you want the stance here, and then added block chance. Now we're headed towards our damage. Go all the way to the left, and then to blood rush, and then go all the way down, then head to the right, and then grab God's About Man, which gave us 50% material damage, and then now we can only do material damage, which is really important, guys. Now that we can only do material damage, trying to grab material weapon, but these two passive here will cover us. Either way, it really doesn't matter. Now we want to go back, and then back to One Man Crusade, and then go all the way upward to the left to grab Fury's Appetite, and then grab one of the most OP damage skill passive in the game. Now we want to go all the way to the left for some of the survivability, starting off with sexual vitality, and then what you want is keep grabbing all these damage passive, and then grab this one first, and then grab this, and then keep grabbing these passive, leaving up to disallowing, and then grab this one top, then go to the left and grab that. Now it's time to grab our big damage. Okay, to start off with quick draw, go to pain resist program, then keep going towards the assassin tree, then go towards the right, and then grabbing merciless, which give us 100% critical hit damage. And after that, we want to survive a bit more because the bosses at this point you should be really deep in the end game, and the bosses start hitting really hard. So you want to grab to head towards the time weaver tree. And just get these three passive, leaving all the way to dire, which will let you receive 40% of enemy attack when it hit, and the rest is inflicted 1 second after the hit, which is really important because that 1 second we could have absorbed it with our pretty much our life still is so great that the bosses and the enemies only doing 40% of the damage to us. And then if you want, you can grab this afterward. Then after this, and you still playing the game, and you want to get more. I would say is that just aim for more damage, and if the bosses start one shotting you or start uh, doing a lot of damage to you, then aim for survivability. But I'm probably just aim for damage from now on. Alright, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that video, and if you do, please like and subscribe. I worked really hard on this build. Like, after they nerfed the node that was supposed to be one of my main build, I was like, you know what, I'm going to spend at least 10 hours working super hard on this build, and so everybody that felt like the other build will get on immediately and do the same thing, but do better damage and crushing the end game along with me. All right. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. And anyways, check out my Twitch at AKAQ234. The link will be below. Same thing with my Twitter. The link will be below. Anyways, check you guys out later.